네, 각자의 재주가 너무 많으신 분들이 다 모였습니다.
Food of all the memories. When I was doing assignment for an English class about food, my grandma 배때기수 came to my mind. Have you heard of 배때기수 by any chance? I guess many of you need some explanation on that. 배때기죽 is a traditional porridge in Tongyang area, and it is made of dry sweet potatoes, as you can see in the pictures. This porridge is a bit similar to 팥죽 or nukdusu because of the color and texture, but the taste is beyond expectations. Anyway, it is very strange that I can think of the food of my grandma on father's side, who had raised me when I was a little child. But why am I always thinking of the food of my grandma on mother's side? Well, come to think of it, although I haven't seen her many times in my childhood, I still remember she was very sweet and warm when she was with me. She always called me, "My baby," in a friendly manner, so I felt a strong affection whenever I think of her. On the other hand, my grandma on father's side was not that sweet. Rather strict as I remember, I got scolded for some wrongdoings sometimes. You know, it is no fun to get yelled at regardless of age, isn't it? Well, my mother is from Chungmu, which is my cold Tongyang, even though the name of the city has been changed. I still want to call it Chungmu, just because there was my 외갓집. And I have some sweet memories attached to the name of the city Chungmu. In the old days, it was not easy for my family to visit my mom's hometown because we didn't own a car. I haven't been there much because it was very difficult for my parents to take up 4 children and travel to the seaside city by public transportation. Yet the city Chungmu always bring back pleasant memories to me. My grandma was very skillful at cooking, so in her neighborhood she was even in charge of traditional pebek food. You know how difficult it is to make the whole set of ceremonial dishes. Not to mention the taste, the color and shape. All of this must be perfect. That means she is really a food master. That's why my grandma's 배때기죽 was incredibly delicious. Interestingly, I don't really think of fancy piece food I've tasted before. I only remember 배때기죽 made by my grandmother. It was an ordinary porridge, but the thick texture and sweetness satisfied my palate perfectly in those days. 배때기죽 can still be eaten only around Tongyang. It has now become a very famous local food. One day, I happened to get dry sweet potatoes, and I decided to make the porridge. As I remember, the taste of my grandma's 배때기죽. But sadly, I failed to make it. To make matters worse, it was so tasteless that I couldn't even eat it. Even though the ingredients were wasteful, it had to throw it away. I was very sad. Oh, eat it so badly. With those memories, even now, when I think of my grandma, my heart aches with longing. After graduating from college, I got a job, and as an adult grandchild, I planned to visit my grandma with my younger sister. I was sorry that I couldn't visit her often, so a few days before I went to visit my grandma, I prepared the pocket money and gifts for her. But I never thought it would be the last. The memory of the day is vivid. The phone rang out of the blue at dawn. So I answered the phone. Oh my goodness! It was my grandma's obituary. The guilt was indescribable. Why couldn't I visit her earlier? I should have left a few days earlier. Since that day, whenever I hear the phone ring too early in the morning, my heart sinks even before answer. Yes, I've been through sorrow and grief. Even now, decades later, I still feel emotional when I think about my grandma. The neighborhood where my grandma lived is now completely changed, so I can no longer see what it used to be. But whenever I think of my grandma, friendly, direct, and delicious food, I become happy, as if I went back to my happy childhood. My grandma has a special place in my heart, always and forever. Thank you very much.